Welcome, horror enthusiasts, to another spine-chilling episode of Horror Echo. Tonight, we dive into the shadowy realms of fear and the supernatural, where the boundaries of reality blur and the echoes of the past resonate through the corridors of the present. Prepare yourself for a tale of terror as we unravel the story of Alex, a young professional who steps into a seemingly ordinary office, only to find himself trapped in a nightmarish realm where unseen forces play cruel games with his sanity. Grab a blanket, turn down the lights, and settle in, because what you're about to hear will send shivers down your spine and make you question the safety of your own workspace. Let's begin our journey into the darkness. Alex had recently embarked on a new chapter of his life, having secured a position at one of London's most prestigious multinational firms, Smith & Company. The firm was well known for its high standards and rigorous work environment, a place where even seasoned professionals found it challenging to keep up. But for Alex, this was a dream come true, a chance to prove himself in a world where only the best survived. On his first day, Alex was assigned to cubicle number 314, a small space tucked away in the labyrinthine maze of the office. The energy in the air was palpable, with everyone around him moving with purpose and determination. Eager to impress, Alex threw himself into his work, completing his tasks with precision and a sense of pride. The satisfaction of being part of such an esteemed firm filled him with confidence. He envisioned a bright future ahead, where his hard work would surely lead to success and recognition. But as the days turned into weeks, Alex began to feel an inexplicable sense of pressure building within him. It wasn't just the demanding workload or the expectations of his superiors. There was something more, something that gnawed at him from the edges of his consciousness. It was a subtle, yet persistent unease that he couldn't quite put into words. The unseen presence. The first sign that something was amiss came in the form of a dull, persistent headache. It was a strange sensation that seemed to intensify whenever Alex sat in his cubicle. At first, he brushed it off as stress or perhaps the result of long hours in front of the computer. But as time went on, the headache became more severe, a constant throb that wouldn't go away. Then came the whispers. Faint at first, they gradually grew louder, a chorus of distant voices that seemed to echo through the office. They were just on the edge of hearing, like the murmurs of a crowd in a far-off room. But as unsettling as they were, no one else seemed to hear them. Alex asked his coworkers if they had noticed anything unusual, but they all shook their heads, oblivious to the strange occurrences that were beginning to plague him. Things took a turn for the worse when Alex started to find his files scattered across the floor each morning. He was meticulous about organizing his workspace and always made sure to lock his drawer before leaving for the day. Yet, somehow, the contents were always in disarray by the time he returned. It was as if someone, or something, was deliberately trying to unsettle him. One evening, after everyone had left for the night, Alex was working late, trying to catch up on a particularly challenging project. The office was quiet, the only sound the faint hum of the air conditioning. He was deep in concentration when he felt a sudden, inexplicable chill. Glancing around, he noticed that his chair, which had been stationary moments before, was now slowly sliding across the floor. It was as if it was being pushed by an invisible force, following him as he moved. Panic seized him, and he fled the office, his heart pounding in his chest. But even as he made his way home, the fear clung to him like a dark shadow, an invisible weight pressing down on his mind. The descent into madness. Determined not to let his fears get the better of him, Alex resolved to face whatever was haunting him head-on. He decided to stay late at the office one night, hoping to catch up on work and perhaps banish the strange occurrences from his mind once and for all. By 7 p.m., most of the employees had gone home, and by 8 p.m., the office was eerily deserted. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the occasional creak of the building and the low hum of the air conditioning. As the hours ticked by, the strange noises returned, louder and more insistent than before. The pressure in his head became unbearable, a relentless throb that seemed to resonate with the whispers that now filled the air. In a moment of desperation, Alex whispered to himself, "I can't take this anymore. I need to ask my boss to change my cubicle tomorrow." No sooner had the words left his mouth than the light above his cubicle flickered, casting the room into a dim, eerie glow. The temperature in the office plummeted, and a cold sweat broke out on Alex's forehead. Glancing across the room, he noticed a dark figure sitting in the cubicle opposite his, its outline barely visible in the flickering light. Terrified, Alex stood up, trying to get a better look. But as soon as he did, the figure vanished, leaving only the empty chair in its place. Overcome with fear, Alex screamed and bolted from his cubicle, but in his haste, he tripped and fell, landing hard on the cold, tiled floor. He lay there, paralyzed with terror, his eyes locked on the empty cubicle as his heart pounded in his chest. The final encounter. Suddenly, the computer screen in Alex's cubicle went black, plunging the room into total darkness. The only light came from the faint glow of the screen as it flickered back to life, displaying a chilling message: "You shouldn't be here." A surge of panic washed over Alex as he scrambled to his feet and rushed to the office door, only to find it locked tight. No matter how hard he pushed or pulled, the door wouldn't budge, as if it had turned to stone. Desperate, he pounded on the door, screaming for help, but there was no one there to hear him. Out of the corner of his eye, Alex saw the dark figure again, this time sitting in his chair. Its eyes glowed a sinister red, and a twisted smile played on its lips. The figure floated toward him, defying gravity, until it was right next to him. Leaning in close, it whispered a tale that sent shivers down Alex's spine. "I was an employee here just 2 months ago," the figure said, its voice cold and hollow. "I sat in the same cubicle you're in now. The pressure. It was too much. I couldn't take it anymore, so I ended it all by jumping from the 13th floor of this very building." Hearing this, Alex felt his grip on reality slipping away. His mind was a chaotic swirl of fear, confusion, and disbelief. The figure's words echoed in his ears, drowning out all rational thought. He collapsed to the ground, his sanity shattering as the figure's eerie laughter filled the room. The figure's words echoed in his ears, drowning out all rational thought. He collapsed to the ground, his sanity shattering as the figure's eerie laughter filled the room. The aftermath. The next morning, Alex's coworkers found him lying on the office floor, alive but a shadow of his former self. His eyes were wide with terror, and his behavior was erratic as he muttered incoherently about the figure in the cubicle. The once bustling office of Smith & Company was now a place of fear, with whispers of the haunted cubicle spreading like wildfire. As word of Alex's breakdown spread, the dark reputation of cubicle number 314 only grew. Employees began to resign, unwilling to face the horrors lurking in the shadows. "I can't work here anymore," one coworker said, hastily packing up her belongings. "Me neither," another agreed. "There's something wrong with this place. It's not safe." The once prestigious firm of Smith & Company was now a ghostly shell of its former self, haunted by the lingering presence of those who couldn't escape its dark grip. As ominous music played softly in the background, the office stood silent, a chilling reminder of the horrors that had unfolded within its walls. And there we have it. Another tale that'll make you think twice before stepping into the office alone. If Alex's harrowing experience left you on edge, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode from Horror Echo. We'd love to hear your thoughts on tonight's story. Drop a comment below and let us know if you believe there's a dark presence lurking in your own workspace. If you have a haunting story or eerie encounter of your own, share it with us. Your tale might just be featured in one of our future videos. Until next time, stay vigilant, keep your wits about you, and remember, in the world of the supernatural, there are always echoes of fear waiting just around the corner. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed tonight's eerie tale, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a new episode from Horror Echo.